Okay, I may or may not have had Genshin open during this entire thing. Anyway. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I'm back with this series. And yes, we're doing this. I should have done this Wednesday, but I went to sleep. There's nothing I can say about that. And once again, I'm going to say sorry that I haven't been streaming for a bit because health reasons mostly. But a lot of things has been kicking up, mainly to do with classes and college. So that's basically one reason why I just had to focus. But here we are. Let's just jump right into it. I don't have water. Shit, I'm gonna kill like this. I'm gonna kill my throat. Let me go throw my throat. I forgot to get water. I just jumped right into this. Okay. We can do this. The Ultimate Despair. Group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now...
Anyway...
Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. It's locked, but you never find a way to open this door. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monakuma's secret tool that you have gotten from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
We should be able to use it on that door, right? Let's try it. Hey Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open the door then?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key from key with Monokuma design on it and slid into the keyhole, and then wait. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
Now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We are finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. The ultimate pain, the ultimate suffering, the ultimate despair, the ultimate execution, the ultimate death, the deadly life. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in the tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Huh. Cool. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I didn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm kind of getting nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I want to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I came from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh. But how come? It's like your family traditions, right, so?
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice or evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, I was looking up info about the school online. I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing something a true kitty detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, is because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no interest. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's absolutely nothing. There's nothing I want to talk to about my father about.
However,
There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kitty family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However,
but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I had gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. What she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that she... Bleh. Good thing no one's here to say this. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what everyone in my possession might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But the rest of the family looked at me. They saw something different. They saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. And that's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. And I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear something say like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of the door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Fairly certain that's where we all will come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open without much trouble. Here goes nothing. I reached my right hand and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long the ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. No. No. I think. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Alright. It's fine, I didn't do anything like that. So, now what? What do? I'm glad I didn't die at first, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other
Let's
words...
ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. But wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we find out. I would try to do that, but yeah. If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying, rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. Don't worry. What do you think is going to happen, isn't it? Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnaring. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Murkuro's death. Almost said Monokuma, wow. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. I straight up almost forgot the controls of this entire game. It has been a while since I played this game because, like I said earlier in the stream, I was just doing classwork. I'm held back a little bit with the amount of projects I had to do. So yeah. I think, and also jobs. I think next week I should have plenty of time, so I should be doing a lot of streaming. I should.
Well now.
This is gonna kill my voice. This is gonna kill my voice. Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much, but Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? How exactly That's exactly how I thought he would react. Are you really gonna be okay? You're supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So, what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If guilty parties exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko? Do whatever you feel that you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. That means you lose. Not that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, Well, you just set up his latest trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other
I was
words,
supposed to be chosen as the Blackened, and then executed, right? Hey! What are you talking about?
however,
But then Makoto chose to overlook my lie. Your plan came crashing down. The results of the crash trial weren't all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto, the Blackened, and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must realize that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then, there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious education machinery. Alter ego. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Murkuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So, executing Makoto for that would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You're talking big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say things like that! What is this? A common routine to make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
If that's not it's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto, now everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without providing your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Why can I not read for just one split second? Oh my god. If you want to earn our despair, fair and square,
that's what we have to
then
do.
I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mercury's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one less showdown. In other words, this will be our chance to expose the true identity of Murkrow's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you're suggesting might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? But I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out? Or... God damn it. Or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
God damn it. Let's give one final grisly showdown. Here, grade. I had to read that entire lines with bear punch without trying to laugh. God damn it. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough for a qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
Qualify. Okay. I cannot read properly. That's what you've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all! So you can claw your way to the truth of Murkrow's death and solve the mysteries of this school.
You guys!
Then you win. If you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I barely can contain myself. Can contain my excitement. These bear puns are gonna be the death of me. Who ring me? Okay. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their true despair? Their own despair. I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? The one student kills another. When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be suspicious. I said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on school regulation, and having a trial for Murkrow is no exception to that. Huh? Murkrow's trial is no exception, then it's a part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Murkrow. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
Listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why did he go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get punished later anyway. I need to start getting ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey.
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. I'm like slowly fixing my voices with the female cast because it is hard a little bit, but I'm trying. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life and still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
whew,
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down? I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school's life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
So, you don't exactly read about something like that happening every so often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet, somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But thinking of it another way, there must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would
The
seem
mastermind have been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all the rules and regulations were designed to ensure that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group with only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet the same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other
Because
words,
their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. The mastermind has had to be more practical than reasonable about their own regulations. Okay, I cannot read for precedent right now. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least.
At least, that's how those who were watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I hadn't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all proper rules, to get me killed. They began a class trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to the failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It will do the master harm to have to sit shown. I cannot read. It would only do a mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. There we go. I could not read for that accent. I don't know. My voice hurts right now. My voice hurts. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got the chance. Because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just reasoning, essentially. I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I hadn't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is fundamentally part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, that's probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't just relax. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. Yeah, you're right. If we can't defeat the master, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Yeah. I cannot read to save my life for some grand reason today. And I'll say it once, I said it once and I'll say it again. I totally did not look up Kitty Kitty's skirt and see an absolute void that there should have been panties. I did not do that. Yep. I'm going with that.
Hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on. We need to keep looking. Knock, knock.
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we have to keep looking. Well, I am looking around everyone's dorms right now. Did I miss one? Yeah, I did.
hey.
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to get going. We need to keep looking. Well, okay. Where would they be? I could just open the map and just figure it out. And suddenly, we were greeted with... You again! Is he broken?
Whew.
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. I'm not saying that line. Jeez. What the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
Let me get this picture real quick. Hang on.
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Fuck you, Byakuya!
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
No. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Fuck his voice. Wait. What's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks! Ah! It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog! Get away from me! Shoot! Shoot! And in a flash, my ears dried up. Okay.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is that okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what we have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last trial.
Huh?
The last trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Murkrow's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me. Or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is that all the work of the it's all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
I did the wrong voice for that man. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Murkrow?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap? Did you, Makoto? I had his voice for like a split second, now I lost it. You You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
However,
But executing Makoto wasn't. Who wasn't a Blacken is clearly a violation of the school regulations. And the rules state that only the Blacken is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. They used the TV broadcast to gain leverage you need, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind set ensnared, that's what you were referring to, right?
Don't be mean!
Hey! I'm totally in the dark here! For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it later. Again. So, knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Murko, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But that's more to do than that, right? Correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone?!
I hate you.
Hey! Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living together with Master. Meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as possible, humanly possible.
anyway,
I cannot read with his cocky accent. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, our decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Murko and all the school mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all the mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way. Now, why am I reading with an accent? Just let me read my own voice. I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought, too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then, Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So, in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Murko, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could have probably murdered Murko, but there's no way he could have disguised a scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were only 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And in Mercuro, add in Mercuro and you've got 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And one of those 16 people who started out with the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now?
What?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait! We can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we cannot ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Excuse me. But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious at any time Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogues and acted beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely possible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement.
That's different.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the very beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself and the Tagami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. Making his final statement, Byakko left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Kyoko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait! How come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit powers to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean...
But up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you had been, I would have died. Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off on my own and do it all my own way. Okay, see you later. Nina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just the two of us.
Indeed.
Indeed. So, you're gonna go off here on your own, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our own searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I mean, I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up and covering more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in school had been unlocked, right? So we should investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So with that, I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Alright. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Murko's Monokuma file. Due to the closure and the northern unknown they were. Yeah, I read this. Once we find out who killed Murko Ikusabi, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I look to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were unlocked up for now. The headmaster rooms, the bio lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Okay. Oh, and the second floor dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open, right? And after that, I'll double check the areas that are connected to the murder. With that, the garden and the dojo. Alright, let's get started. God damn it! I gotta read that now. Alright. Alright, let's head to the headmaster's room. Wrong button. Huh. Depending on how long this goes, I might... give me... Alright. So I'll just go straight down into the data center. Huh. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Huh. Makoto, it's you. Oh, Yakuya. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive you you think I'll forgive you that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
When we're out of here, remember this moment. Okay, fine, I'll talk to you. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on the top of that particularly obstreperous desk. Class 78 student registry. It contains profile of all of us and Murkrow.
So in other words...
Apparently, Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when you found Murkrow's profile in Kyoko... When we found Murkrow's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right. And also mention Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of us are... Since the rest of our profiles are listed in here, along with hers,
In other words...
there can be no doubt Murkrow was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Murkrow is because of his 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about what she stole. The uneven tearing, the way the page had been crumbled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get in. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as soon as possible. But what's your point? She was so much in a hurry that she totally got the first page. The first page. Correct. Murkrow's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in other words...
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Murkrow that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report, but together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
Together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Huh. Murkrow reappeared suddenly and in the background. An entity floats, close, but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of large group. Whatever it is, Murkrow definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Murkrow's behaviors too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. Do I have something? No. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. The fact that alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all, but if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Responsible. Why did I get that word from that? Murkrow was part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Murkrow and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Murkrow? Plus, even the headmasters seem to be afraid of what Murkrow is capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means that the Mastermind is even stronger than Murkrow was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one more thing. There's another bit of information within the file that you should know. What is it? Did you notice a picture in there? A picture of a girl. Perhaps you've never seen her before. A girl who seems to to be included as part of our class. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about the girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You're a hopeless idiot. What I'm telling you is maybe you want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? What is he trying to say? There's a chance that the body isn't actually Murkrow. Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear.
That's all I was saying. That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So, I'm back at being Byakuya's errand boy. Great. Just great. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot of help to me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. That was bad. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Alright. I'll be right back. My voice is gonna either go and disappear or I'll be causing a storm and I don't want to do that. So I'll be right back. I had to get something to drink, otherwise my voice is going to disappear. Alright, let's go to the daily mode.
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But
Although I can't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that really sucks. So, you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait a minute. Let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Ina raced over to the nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be alright. We'll be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into the door, but the door opened much easier than expected. Huh. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's grip. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mecha cockpit, right? Fufumi, I'd probably freak out if you saw it. Cockpit. So, the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then that could mean...
okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it, or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... or whatever, like something like that. But it was too late. Keen was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Ina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center. I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons with the name of the room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes please, I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now. So I'll just cheer you on from over here. Okay. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey! Ah! Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Aw man, busted! How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what? I found a self-destruct button. Oh dear God. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. That room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside controls Monokuma. Whoa! Hey, Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? You were controlling... What? You were controlling just now. It was Monokuma. Monokuma? Wait, for real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center, with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey,
Maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyogo's theory was right. But if the mastermind had been controlling Monokuma from here, then that means they've seen inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, it's a very prolific book. I mean, you know, okay, I've read it so many times, I'm not gonna read this a 16th time. Then the mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Alright. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you are making. Oh, no. It's nothing. Oh. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
I mean...
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mess have been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you wanna leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you wanna get going? Yeah. As soon as the door was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door! It just locked on its own! What? My hand shot out and grabbed at the knob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked! Because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma.
Just a second.
Hey, no fair! You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit! Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around! Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room.
yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're operating by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo!
You're a liar.
But that makes no sense. You were just in there. You didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were just as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? Too bad. That was your one chance, and you blew it. I had no option to check that hatch. There was no way I could have opened that hatch. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll rely on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but...
So,
Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to where we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
huh?
Then, when I said we should have leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make sure make the most of our time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. Nice. You got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, see you later. And he starts to have a full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way to move forward. Alright, let's see. So we checked all of the 4th floor, the data center, where Monokuma is at the moment. Huh. That actually shows there, which is kind of funny. We already checked the headmaster's room. The garden, the bio lab is one of them. And the dojo. Check. Ah, the 2nd floor dormitory. I have to go there. Let me go there first. The gate's open. We can fully check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. What the fuck? This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Oh no. It's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here. That's completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. I opened with just a crack, glancing inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of bathroom, just a big pile of rubbish. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in this place, I can't bring myself to go in. What? Really? Okay. This room is filled with lockers. Must have been the Hope Speak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh boy. After all, it's pretty. No luck. Maybe only locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. This is gonna be a lot to check out. Metal plate mounted on the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Got the coin. Nope, not. Nope. Is there anything in this? What is this place? This room doesn't feel like a student room. It's more like an adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Alright, let's get behind her. That's a home computer, it must belong to the headmaster. Alright.
It would seem...
Looks like they're very interested in the Ultimate Despair. The PC has some research results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the Ultimate Despair.
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other
the Ultimate
words...
Despair isn't one individual, but instead it points to some group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from no despair. That's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could come up that he could do as a complete kitty fair. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Alright. Huh, there's a strange gap in the wall. Is there some kind of design, that kind of mistake or some construction defect or something? No.
So...
There's a gap there, but not just a normal gap. I feel a breeze coming out of it. A breeze.
Indeed.
There's like an open storage space on the other side of this wall. Open storage, does that mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it. Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open up, right?
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. Yeah, you're right. It's not enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked all through the paperwork, all files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of it, how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she can't get to. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. Maybe for her, but there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we don't get in there, we need to figure out a password. And if Kyoto can't figure it out, no way to do I stand by chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hadn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing that she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if it's not that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me or Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong, okay? In that case, here goes nothing. I connected myself, then turned the face to the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands are tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hair room. She looked grim. Kyoko! Oh no. Hey, Kyoko! I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze were fixed on only one thing. A present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I better check out this picture before anything else. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. That makes it... The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm kind of getting a bad vibe from it. I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprisingly, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying something that'll make me want to scream? Alright, I'm open it! Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and then took the hold of the lid. Slowly, ever slowly, I lift up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a terrible cry. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not like I was thinking of bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in the box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you be sure for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. Same person, very well, but not so blah, blah, blah. According to the files, my son's on the 30s. It's very possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. I've heard that so many times. The headmaster's... The alter ego said that the headmaster was probably here, in the school. But the only ones here alive at the start of the school were not. Ants are becoming a pain in the ass.
In other words...
Most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. Kyoko explained her analysis. She was completely calm. Or she wasn't calm. She was trying to seem calm. She said it was just a thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked at in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father, so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I read that. Would she really give up all the pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Huh, this picture. Aww, it's baby Kyoko. It's all faded. It's Must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So, what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. The picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must really have cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned. Now again he's abandoned me again. I cannot read that sentence. Why? And this time he's even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. You feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. In the last drawer, this is the new handbook, and his label on it, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
a handbook with no limitations given to the student's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But, Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster's ebook. That has been added to the truth bullet. Great.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? What? A favor, what is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a while. I just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry. I'm fine. I just need to calm down a bit.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad, and how you only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see... Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory, and this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. The picture doesn't change the fact of what happened and what I went through. My hand is in a weird position. The problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've gotten myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Alright. I'm shocked at this. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Yeah, I read this so many times, I don't want to read it. But we were wrong about the headmaster wasn't the mastermind. which means to maximize true identity is. Our 16 students. 15 of us met in the hall, added Mercury to this mix, and you got 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mercury. Even she's undeniably dead. So, the ones left are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. And only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. I want to check out the lockers one more time. No. Oh, hey. There we go. This thing's practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure. But there's something written inside that could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. It's like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, and like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must be really meticulous. Huh. I was looking through the pocketbook, and my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in the communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more important details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our students' quality safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only our geniuses can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. I knew it was, and I knew who exactly the bucket belongs to. Kyoko. It can't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was she doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said that she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came with the phone direction. Yeah, we read that. What does that all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I read which the last page question marks sprang through my mind, just started spinning much more faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us. What is it? What does it mean? I have no idea. What could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Totally disorganized. Whoever belongs here probably has organized problems or something like that. What? No, it can't be. There's no way he could ever use his locker. It's just not possible. Dust everywhere. I'm sure whoever's trying to act as casual as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I saw the notebook, any sense of easiness had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yoshihiro Katagai, and this our Yoshihiro. The notebook contains a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which means he attended class here. No, that can't be. Not possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. They were all snuck into this evil world. He never had a chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? Why are the things belong to us? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro and a pocketbook that seems to belong to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. If I want to find that out, I have to keep moving and investigating forward. I have to believe in everyone. Yeah, that's it. The giraffe in the locker. Where is it? Alright. Let's get it. I did that. Yeah, so now we gotta go to the 5th floor. Where everything lies. Like the garden, dojo. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. It's like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Ugh, so cold. What? First thing I need to figure out. the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. On the other side, some kind of weird machine. Singapore. As I said, this is seen in horror movies and stuff. For the sword's dead bodies. Does that mean this pilot is actually a morgue? Just take a closer look around. I'm seeing one thing. That's right, the lights are on. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all you carters need. In addition to our geometrical lamps, we also provide an ozone generation for removal of the airborne blast. If we insert the cutter bar, the blue lights will be let you know how. No, the automated system has been activated. Temperature and humidity levels will adjust automatically for optimum settings. The next system anyone can keep a body fresh as a baby for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel and we have to offer an optional leather upholstery carpet. This is an instruction around for a fridge. While looking around, I get it. Seems clear to me now. Seems like some kind of makeshift morgue. Alright. I want everything else. To do that, I have to continue with validation. I have no options. Alright, to the dojo! Woo! I'm actually thinking, should I do a Genshin Impact stream? That'd be fun. Oh, Toko. Is this where you are?
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting that you want me out of your sight? No, that's not at all. I just thought maybe you'd have on a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, I would have found something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give it back my precious time! Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always looking down. Why don't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'll better get going. Yeah, let's do that. I can see Vixie like jumping back and forth between Fallout. Like Fallout 4, I'm like, mate. Huh. It's gone. Burnt girl's body. It's not here. security department on the teeth dispenser together, which means the killer might have left some clue behind. Huh, biolab. Okay, let's check the biolab next. We gotta recheck the biolab again. At a time.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
ASA possible. City wants to go to the gym, right? Okay. Oh, hey, Hiro. Why are you acting so surprised? No reason. You heard Monaco's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did. Actually, I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait! What's the point in trying to stop him? He ran off like a frightened animal. It was like he was trying to avoid me. He was like... I'm talking about the notebook from the locker. Has he been hiding somewhere this whole time? It's just me this time. I'm alone.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome. Hello, are you ready for your final hit? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you.
The envelope. This must be the envelope.
And so now, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside.
What?
Don't worry, just get on with it.
Monaco's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I better pick up the envelope and open it. What I found was a single photograph. Wait, what? Celeste, Mondo, Leon, Sakura, Sayaka, Hiro. Fuck, I'm blanking on all the names, I can't. Hina, Chihiro, Byakuya, Toko, Kirikiri, Moral Compass, Fanboy, and then these two. Junko and Merkuro. Huh. The only person that's not here is me. Yeah, I'm not in the photo. But wait. There's something strange about Sayaka. There's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, and we all looked at the file. Mirako, Ikusabe, and this girl is. Wait, what? Why? Why is Mirako here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here posted like this is weird enough by itself. and we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember any of this. Anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember even taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but this first time I met everyone was when I arrived here at Hope Speed Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely a bit unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone else was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture was real, then that could mean, could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up with this rambling solary of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way, standing there, aren't you, know? So, I mean, get out! But I told you, I'm not building any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out left field.
What the fuck? I guess I mean he's done talking. Damn it. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with the confusion in my hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put that fake photo just to confuse me? It looks so real, as full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I could ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Also, sorry if I sound like I'm stuttering. I'm actually purposely reading with confusion in my voice this time, because it's Makoto, and I'm so confused about everything. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto! Sorry, gotta go. What? Why? Just go to everyone's secret area. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't, he just walked away. What the? Why is he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Or already did that. Garden, of course. Hey, Pito! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off with terrified like a road. Pito, what's going on? I don't know what they're talking about the notebook I found. It's like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of it. Why? Coco? I think. I decided to visit Violet one more time. And the first thing I saw there was her, passed out again. Huh, Toko! Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? Ugh. It's so cold! It's so cold, I think I might catch a cold! If you keep taking naps in this place, because I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? Must have fainted again. I bet you're standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up here just now. What do you do to Miss Bruce? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazanga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Huh? But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I'll slit your throat! I don't know. I'm sure Ryaka's-sama around. He's doing his own investigation.
Yes.
By himself. I assume so. I knew it! I totally knew it! I'm total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Toga shot up, eager enough to act on behind her. I forgot to ask her about the photo. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toga faint? There's gotta be a reason for that. Fridge is open. I'm sure he'll put us down here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No! You don't have to apologize.
Listen.
Listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem...
it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge and seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must sneeze. But once I got here instead, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate when she opened the slot here. That's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why is everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway,
we should close it up. Don't want it to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outreached, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. How come? Because Murgro's body is in there. Murgro's corpse? Murgro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. And the mastermind did it because they assumed
we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. But either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do it on my own investigation of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time. I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So
Why
then...
don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know when as soon as I'm finished. You just wait over there. That's it. Okay. Oh, it's the same one as I saw in the garden. And if I remember that tarp, it's the same, I have the same stamp as the biolab. And that's the tarp that was being used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over there. You done yet? Let's go about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Hey, don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I want to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier.
Whew.
You mean that one about the hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh, why not?
Because...
The only reason he gave us a hint at this point would be to confuse, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing. That's... But what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her. I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge the photo, depiction her as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no explanation.
Because... It would seem...
The blue light comes on spot occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the numbers of light that's on, including Mercury's, there's 9 in all. 9 lights. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Alright? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In the spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, what'd you find? Anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and the blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissues make things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means rather those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to further investigation, known they were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They were also struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body has uncovered other wounds, and these... I haven't said those here. The only option is the other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
All the Monokuma says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see a difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be acquainted several days with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logic. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever. Like, they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least 5 days old, there's no way they could have anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Murkura herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very least...
you can allow it as one of my many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possibility scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each other as these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, should keep in mind for the future. Alright?
hey,
So, if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Margot's file, it listed her weight and height.
so...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? Did you remember all that? They were instead consistent with a corpse. So then,
Indeed.
and don't forget about her friendwear tattoo, there is absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
I reckon in this case, without a doubt, Murkuro Ikazabe. Alright.
And?
Is that all you want to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
Then it looks like we have no further business with Murkuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like that?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? She was a part of ultimate despair? But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
whew.
You really are naive, you know that? It's quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So
I
then...
think we're all done. I think we've done what we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoka about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in the locker room. If I don't do it now. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead, then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need a handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker owner should be able to get into it, right? Can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
Okay, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about?
I
need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you said with my own 2 eyes. Let me give you the headmaster's handbook, that way you can.
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll make all sense. Okay, urgent interviews.
So...
I found it in the hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have any time to explain what I think it means. Just watch it yourself.
think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found the pocketbook in a place none of us have seen before. Alright, the interview meeting.
Makoto.
You have a second to listen to me ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangement I made didn't stick. What I mean is that I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. I'm talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. That is just one reason to follow through on that. It's strange to confront with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know he suffered? It's ridiculous that there's no understanding it, I guess. But her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keeping this in mind, there's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's greatness, truth, or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because also sorry if I'm like not doing the voices. My voice is killing me at this point.
So then.
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Alright. Yeah, to the AV room. Alright, let's just not die on the way to the AV room. Hold on, let's take a look. Took you up the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It's playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black monitor. Must have been only a few seconds, but to me it definitely felt like eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka! It took me total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was a man positioned on one side of the screen. I'll be right back. I'm like melting.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
Sounds like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Psycho is obviously totally at total loss. It made total sense. Why would you agree to spend the rest of your life in the school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
Well, you broke
As
that.
the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Well, you broke that promise. As on cue, that's where the video cuts out. Because I know how much Psycho wanted to get out of here. Why would you say yes to living here for the rest of your life? The my eyes are. I thought the video was finished to flash back on the screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And I was confused before. What I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Hey, it's me! Huh? What I saw was me. Impossible. Undeniable. Me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having the same, what seemed to be a fairly normal conversation. But the I and here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of meeting the headmasters, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cuts out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said they agreed to live in this school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as good. Without a doubt, she had met him. And she sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And then he asked her his question. She answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't a monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD player wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke out of service! What? It just all happened to break now?
Too bad.
Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anytime, anywhere. That's what failure is, right? Failure on my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Whatever. If I watched the whole thing, it'd be just the same. He asked the same question and they'll all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I did it too, and I woke up. A strange... I've read this already.
It would seem... Hey.
The outcome that seems to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So, what does that mean? I've lost my memory too? But what the others? Have they all forgotten? Or... Been 2 hours. 2.5 hours.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Class trial time. It's about to begin. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. I guess I'm the first one to say.
Makoto,
You're early. You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah. For now, at least. But where's everyone? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry. I'm sure they'll be here soon. Just like she said. Byakuya! Byakuya? They arrived, one after another. But they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro! Silence. And there wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening signs of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appeared.
Ah! I'm late!
I'm on fire.
Strong silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything we just find if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge the shape of Master Evil. Of the evil Master of Evil, okay. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. But if it's what Master wants, it'll be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? No, here I'm just gonna describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. Well now. Then let's begin.
Chills!
This is a final class trial to be splattered in pitch black despair. Climaximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is a final class trial. And this time, it will be fair. What do you mean, this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today,
And I'm sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious travel. Begin the class trial already.
Sure. Let's begin the trial, everybody. I'll be waiting for you down below.
you guys.
So don't try and run away.
I'm not doing his laugh. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an unexpected confidence, Byakuya was first to meet that brother. One by one, the others follow. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. They're all paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon, at the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
so...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. Yeah. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way toward the opening, step after step toward the gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, clammed my trembling body, and finally, steadying my legs. I pressed the threshold and stood in the elevator. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, we began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper and deeper. Deeper. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it felt. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, it felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Wait, so that means this is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Yoo-hoo!
It's the long-awaited stage. It's always exciting. Final boss battle. I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just be right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills,
Well
chills,
then, let's begin. Alright, with that, I'm going to do the class trial later tonight because 1, I'm hungry. 2, this should have been Wednesday's stream, and I should have been on the next game by now, but I'm not. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and sorry if I'm not doing the voices. I'm still new to voices, and I'm still new to all that. So anyway, yeah. With all that being said, I must say this. So, all good things must come to an end, and that means that this stream must come to an end as well. So I hope you had a fun time. I hope you guys just enjoyed listening in. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one, alright? Cheers! Let me get my mouse. Alright, cheers!